It's time to get your inspector hats on because we're about to go and do some detective work, and that is Act 3.2.6. So since the recent changes to Act 5.3.6, where you're able to get exponential amounts of energy refills from refarming content, there's definitely been a discussion of like what command we're going to target next. Have they targeted anything? And what I'm referring to is repeatable content when you can pick up a multitude of revives and health potions, well, mainly revives, and also full energy refills. Now, as a lot of you know, it's kind of like it's in the game that you can repeat stuff, repeat old content and pick up revives and pick up things like that. And it's always down to RNG whether or not you see a revive on the route or you see energy refills. And everybody has a certain place that they will go to in order to get this stuff. For me personally, I go to Act 3.2.6. I go to Act 3. No, it's not. It's Act 2. Act 2.1.5. So the unstoppable one right there with Electro. And it's good to change it up because it could be a case of like low energy spend, can do about 2, maybe 3 times and I pick up revives. Or it's just a case of like, as I said, I go to Act 3.2.6, which was my more normal place to pick up revives. But I've been contacted by many people that feel that it has changed, or the extent of revives that you can get from this has diminished down. Now what I'm going to do is use 70 of my energy, which I have like there. Like I don't normally like to keep it 70 energy, but I wanted to save up the free energy for this particular video, and I got 2 energy refills, which I might use in this video as well. So it's essentially is like saying, okay, we got 210 energy, and to see like what we get back and the amount of rounds that I'm able to do for this. So we're going to start off the quest first and foremost by looking into it, and obviously the question we're going to like try and answer is, does it look like it's been nerfed, especially from the times you're able to repeat it? So first of all, taking a little bit of a gaze around and going, okay, well look, there's a revive there, so I'm going to go and grab that particular revive. I'm going to put it on auto fight and cut up this video, you know, so we kind of like get an idea of this, or speed it up or whatever, but it will be done in like a legit fashion, just to kind of like see what the crack is. So first of all, and do bear in mind, all of this is still RNG, so revives and health potions don't, revives and energy refills do not have to appear all the time on this particular quest. It's just a case of like, this is just regular areas where you can go back to repeat. And as we've like learned from other people, and that, you know, that this player here says that 3.2.4 is theirs. And yes, this is back in May, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's been mentioned several times to me. People have maybe messaged me and said, Rich, do you know that has this been nerfed? And I'm like, I've not heard of anything being nerfed. It has been talked about, but I don't see any kind of like great evidence yet. And granted, for me personally, since going to explore here in 3.2.6, I explore to grab the revives and health potions. By the way, you have to go through 100% it, or like you have to go through this like to the end and defeat the boss, and then you're able to reset the route. Don't think going in, grabbing the revive and then exiting the fight at that point is a wise idea. It's not. It doesn't always reset the route, and that's what I keep talking about. I've talked about in the past. You need to reset in order to grab it. Yes, there will be times where one revive will be in one place and another revive is in another. That's fine. You go for the lowest energy one, you grab it, you restart, and then you're able to grab 2 revives for essentially the price of a low energy kind of like grind process. That's that out of the way. So let's kind of get through to the end boss, and then we'll kind of like see what happens. So we'll cut here and pick it up just after we defeat the boss and restart to see what's on there. Auto fight nearly completed against the Thanos, and you know, as soon as we've got through this, which I'll take control now because otherwise auto fight just kind of goes on forever. And you know, the auto fight AI sometimes has got the intelligence of a chicken, quite literally. So there we go, that's that one done. 1 revive which we got. We then press the replay button. Let's see what happens and see if there's anything on the route. I've got 28 energy left. Just looking around, we start from the far left hand corner. Doesn't seem to be anything there. Where we picked up the revive before was kind of like a midway point. I want to say it was like here, so nothing there. Anything up here? No. There's the revive. So the next time we've got a revive, so we're going to use this 28 energy. I do need to stock up on my revives in any case, so this is good. So we're going to go with We're going to go there, B, and then we're going to go through as well. And by the way, like, this in some ways does feel like a waste of energy usage to a degree. I think when it's just a case of like, if Kaban were to look at this, it's like, well, would you honestly, like, if you're free energy picking up one kind of revive, it's like, well, if you got questing, for me personally, I'd rather be using my units or on my time and my energy and resource, mainly my energy, into reinvesting it into getting units from the lower things like normal, heroic, master, and scooping up those nice little bits of units from that one. But you know, it is what it is. Let's kind of like do what we said before, and that just kind of like, I'll just blast through this and cut this for time, so we kind of go to the next one. But you've seen all the fights. Like, there's no kind of like trickery here, so we want to be as honest as possible with the process. So let's kind of like go through, use an energy refill in a second, and then see where we are with the boss. And here we are at the boss again. So this is another Thanos fight in the 4-star variety, the lower one. And yeah, so as soon as like I come out of here, once it loads, come on, quick loading. And then hit route play, we'll see again, like, because we're resetting the route, by the way, you know, as I said, we are resetting the route. We come back in again, we're just gonna have a look around. So we check, farther left, kind of mid, right there's a small energy refill, over to the far right and upwards, nothing there. And then right in the same place as it was, as we saw like a moment ago, is like, there's a revive right there. No full energy refills, but that's kind of like a new norm that I've kind of like seen nowadays, that there's no energy refills. What we're going to do is go one more time through this. So every time that we've gone through, every time we've burnt energy, we're still seeing it. So yeah, I don't know if maybe this, like, as I said, it's down to RNG. Maybe some of the kind of examples, and that's the biggest thing. Like, when people contact, sometimes they're kind of like, oh, this has been nerfed. And it's like, well, there's further questions that need to always be asked with this. Like, how many times did you go through it? Did you reset the route? The second thing. And was there anything up? Like, did you kind of like leave it and there was a revive there? You went away, came back. So there's a lot of kind of like factors just to like people going, this champion's nerf, this thing's nerf, that I kind of regrind and go to. So I don't know. I mean, this video has been recorded on the 21st of July 2022. This is the first time that I've returned back from here, from doing the auto fighting and lower content, which was what I was doing to grab units, which is what, you know, I like to burn my energy on, or save energy refills for things like Act 8.1, which likely should drop in September. So let's kind of get to the end boss, reset again, and see if there's, you know, another revive. And again, we finish up where we've like left off last 3 times, and that's Thanos. So this is the 3rd time I think I've done this, and so that's 3 revives from 3 on the reset of the route. I do recommend going to other places as well, because RNG, like, I could come out of this and find nothing, like no kind of revive, no energy refill, and I'd love to see an energy refill, I really would, but it's down to RNG. There are loads of different places. Normally players know a good place and they stick to it of where to go. As I said, I've explained mine that I kind of use, and we've kind of like we're replaying this to kind of go back in again just to see, you know, if there's anything on. And as I said, there might not be anything. So we're going there, nothing there. Oh, hang on. I always get confused. I always see like the kind of the flame there of yellow and go, oh, that must be an energy refill. It's not. That always triggers me. There's a refill. There's a revive there. And just have a quick look to see if there's anything else, like energy refill. There's not. If anything, I would say that the energy refills have washed up. There doesn't seem to be much, if any, about. But that is something I think a lot of us knew, especially after the Act 5.3.6 kind of like nerf of the refills, which we all knew about. Sad it came, but, you know, it's kind of something that does imbalance the game, and Kabam, like, you know, you to kind of like spend your units on revives, spend your units on energy refills rather than other stuff. So yeah, I kind of like get that. So yeah, that's that tested there. I'm not going to be continuing on kind of like doing this multiple times, but at least kind of like debunks you know, this particular issue. As I said, I'm not quite sure of the people that have kind of like, maybe that's something I should have asked people, is that did you reset the route when you went through, and the multiple times that you repeated it, and yeah, like, as spread out, like, don't just kind of like consider going to one place. do multiple places or have multiple areas that you go to, like whether or not it is like going to 3.2.6, whether or not, you know, people are saying they've had good luck with 3.2.4, you know, that's another thing to check out as well. Like, you know, check out these multiple older areas, check out on the routes, see if there's anything. I mean, 3.2.4 for me, I don't think is a farmable place. So I might kind of like go back through this again to the boss, reset the route, and see, you know, if it works for me, because that's the thing. Could work for me, maybe not. It's going to work for me. I mean, I will do like a quick final example before the video ends, and I'll just auto fight through 2.5, which is there, and this other place. Like the plan from this is to go through to the end, reset the route, and see if something appears. So I'm just going to go, I will cut this for time, but I will auto fight through right to there and right to the end, and then we'll see, you know, what's the end of it. There we go, that's the boss fight done and dusted. And as I said, like, let's kind of like replay and now reset the route, replay, and see if anything's there. The reason that I kind of changed between the lower one is that the energy spend is a bit low, so it's 1 energy per tile versus, and look at that, it just popped up. That was from just going through and doing, there was a revive that I got from defeating the boss, or from the chest. I think it was the chest, not 100% sure, but that just weird. And then just kind of like have a look at the lower area and just gonna check here. Did anything kind of crop up? It doesn't look like it. No, so like resetting that route gave nothing. So I might have to kind of find a new area in order to repeat grind in order to kind of get that on lower standards. But there you go. That hopefully kind of like debunks some kind of like theories that might be out there about the state of you know, farming and refarming those revives. That's 4 for essentially, like, I think like I did pop another kind of energy refill, and that's because I wanted to get the video done. Otherwise I'd have to wait another kind of like 30 more minutes to record, and that time unfortunately is just like something I need more time in my day. I think a lot of people need that as well. But yeah, hopefully this video kind of like helps some understanding on the situation, especially from a recent forum thread that I think people are trying to like, you know, talk about as well. But yeah, that, at the end of the day, doesn't seem to be a huge problem. Please go to different areas and test out stuff as to like where's your best place to grab those particular things. Energy refill farming is a very difficult ball game nowadays, and I think that it's very much a fine art whether or not you get it or not. So look out for, you know, just grabbing from alliance-based events. That's my tip. If you want energy refills, say if you want, join an alliance. Also look to do things like 3-day events, right? If there's 2 3-day events a week, that's well, two per week, then there's 2 free energy refills that you can get, right? If you're getting 2 free energy refills a week, you know, over the space of what is, let's see, there's 10 times of those events a month, so that's 10 free full energy refills that you get from being in an alliance. Like, look to that maybe as your best kind of shot to kind of to grab energy refills if you are kind of like stuck, and save them up for a month, use them the next month. That's my top tip. So that, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it helped debunk some stuff. Cheers everybody. Check out some other content which is located on screen right now. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that'll be. Cheers. Bye bye.